I have been doing a lot of PVM on my Hardcore Iron Man recently. As a lot of you guys know, I do try to get best in slot armors and weapons. I have been working on the melee setup for quite a while now, the only things missing being the Avernic Defender and the Infernal Cape, since we did finish off getting our Bandos armor from God Wars not too long ago. Now this week, we're going to change things up and we're going to be starting to work on our range gear a little bit. A lot of you guys know that for a long time I've been missing the Arma chain skirt, and that's going to be the goal for this video. I do already have the Arma helm and the Arma chest plate, but the chain skirt is the one piece of that set that we are missing. So we're going to try and finish the best in slot range armor for this video. That's the goal. A lot of this has actually been kind of happening in the background since I've had to do a lot of Slayer related things lately, and doing Avian Seas while on a Slayer task is just the right way to go, especially since I have to use red chins. So let's jump right into this, and hopefully things go as planned. So this is my first Avian Sea task, and this is back from when I was doing Basilisk Knights. So some of these clips are pretty old, man. Alright, so I totally missed this, but I'm at Arma, so I feel like it's a pretty good excuse to miss it. 97 Slayer. Yay. Nothing really happens at these Slayer levels, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But still, it's a cool thing to get. Some progress. Well, it's nothing major, but I did get a God Sword Shard 1 off of one of the minions, so at least this task is not dry. That is the Arma task done. All we got was the God Sword Shard 1. So that is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. I mean, don't expect to get something every task. 215 KC now. Hopefully we can get the chain skirt pretty soon, because less time I have to spend hunting chins, the better. Kinda lost myself in the rhythm of doing this, but I just pulled myself a hunter level. 89 hunter. I'm probably gonna get 90 before I start my next Arma task, just because, I don't know, I like being at the flat levels. But since I missed it, let's see if there's anything I can get. I think there is one big thing in 89. Yeah, I can now catch lucky implings. That's actually pretty cool. So if I have a net with me whenever I'm catching eclectics, then I guess I'll just grab all the other stuff while I'm there too. Ooh, that is not what we needed. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's really cool though. But it is definitely not what we needed. That's something. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm actually not even, weirdly enough, I'm not even mad about that. I thought I'd be mad if I got a second, like if I got like a dupe. But I'm just not. I'm just not mad. Alright. Well, I didn't have very many kills left on the task, so I just finished it outside of the boss room. But that is another Avian Seas task done, and we are at, I think, 250? Yeah, 250 KC flat, which is pretty nice. I mean, that's not a horrible KC to end on. And of course, we did get the duplicate Arma chest, which I'm not even going to really say is frustrating, because it's really not. I'm so early on in KC that it doesn't really mean too much to me to get duplicates. It does suck that it could have been the chain skirt, but that's alright. Maybe next task we'll get one. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, please don't hesitate to click that like button, as well as subscribing to the channel. All that stuff really does help me a lot, and it does help these videos hit recommended, which benefits me greatly, so I'd appreciate if you guys could do that. But let's carry on trying to grind out this Arma chain skirt. You guys, 90 hunter coming in. Yeah, that's a pretty big level. Sick bats, whatever. But kind of nice to just hit another level 90 stat. The reason there's a bit of a gap, and the reason that level probably seemed to have come very quickly comparative to before, is before I hadn't done the Rangers grind, and now I have. So I gained quite a lot of XP just from all the eclectic implings that I caught. So yeah, that was a pretty quick one. In the process of trying to get another Avian Sea task, picked myself up a black mask. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but bank value. I don't normally record my hard clues, but this one's just, it's just interesting looking. I don't know, 2 items in a hard clue, or like 2 different stacks of items in a hard clue. It just seems very weird. I'm doing these hard clues while trying to get Arma tasks, by the way, to people who are wondering why these are randomly kind of scattered through this video, but what a clue. Ancient D'hide Top, I don't know if I have that or not. I think I do already, and a master clue, so let's see if I can do that. Well, that was quick. It's, nope. That's getting dropped. That's something you don't see every day. I don't know if the Sarakoi from the Heart Clue is probably not new, but a triple unique for my Elite, which is pretty interesting. And the Sarakoi looks like it was not new. In fact, I think I have a lot of those. I passed him somewhere. No, okay, never mind. It's just my second one. Not that bad. Blew through literally all of my Slayer points. It's been pretty rough. I've gone substantially past the chance of getting an Aviancy's task at this point. I've even been using Steve because he has a better chance of giving them than Duradel overall. So what I'm thinking is I'm probably going to head over and just blow my 1,000 plus task streak. Because at this point it doesn't matter. The only tasks that I really care about are the ones that I'm getting from Neve, and since I just hit a 50th task mark, I'm not going to be getting any really big bonus tasks for a while, so I'm just going to reset my streak. It doesn't really matter at this point anyway, so screw it. 233 Aviancies in the God Wars dungeon from Konar. This is actually a 50th task. I was doing some point boosting. I got rid of my giant task streak, but off stream it's just easier for me to do a bunch of short ones rather than bouncing around between just like skipping tasks constantly. So I decided I'd just go up to a 50-point streak, and we happened to get Aviancies right then. So that works out very well. Very excited to do that. Decided to do a couple more hours of Hunter and finish off this level. So there's 91 Hunter coming in. I think what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start using Bracelets of Slaughter on my armor tasks because of how long this one took me to get. I don't know how that's going to affect the actual like trip length. It might be terrible, because I'm missing out on the bonuses of Barrow's Gloves. But we'll have to see. I still think this is probably the best way to do this. Hopefully we can just finish up the chain skirt on this task and never have to worry about it again. Alright, look. I know it's the second Slayer level of this video, and I know it's the second Slayer level I've missed of this video. But there's 98 Slayer. Wanted to go for 99, though I don't know if I'm actually going to go for it, because Aviancies are the last Slayer monster I need. So I didn't manage to catch it when it actually happened because I honestly just wasn't paying attention. But we passed 300 kill count at Kristopher now. So we are starting to approach the drop rate for the chain skirt. These Bracelets of Slaughter are actually helping a lot. I've basically got an entire extra trip out of this task, which is pretty cool. So I might actually start using these more often, especially because of how long it took me to get this task. There it is, the last kill of the task. Well, I guess not. I'm going to get it off of a minion here. But that is the end of the task there. So unfortunately, we didn't get anything, actually. Nothing, no dupes, no anything. But I guess since we did get that chestplate on the last task, it's not that crazy. But that was a lot of kills. Like a lot of kills. I think I went up like 70 to 80 kills on that task because of the bracelets. So pretty nice. And the trips were still decent lengths, even though I was getting kind of messed up by Arma sometimes. So I definitely think I'm going to use more bracelets in the future. I honestly don't know what the chances of this are, but the last Aviancies task I had was on task 50. This time, I boosted up to 100 before I was going to do a lot of skipping. Guess what? We got Aviancies on 100. Very nice. Decided to catch some more chins. Here we go, 92 Hunter. You know, everyone always says it, halfway to 99. I do have another like 1,800 chins in the bank, so there should be more than enough for a task, maybe even 2 tasks now. So, that's pretty nice. Let's get this stupid chain skirt already. Let's go, dude. We got a God Sword Shard 2 coming in from the boss on KC 325. So at least this isn't going to be a dry task like the last one. But as you guys know, after my Bandos grind, God Sword Shards do not really mean much to me. Yes! Yes! Yes, dude! Okay, whew. I'm very excited about that. Alright, so let's just, first of all, oh, look at it, dude. Arma chain skirt. We have an Arma chain skirt. We're done with Arma. This is so nice for so many reasons. One, it's useful for a lot of places. Anywhere that I'm ranging, you know, it's going to be really good for solo raids, which is something I'm kind of trying to learn on the side right now. But on top of that, it's good because I no longer have to do Arma. That sounds like, okay, who cares? You don't have to do Arma anymore. Well, I hate Arma, so it's nice to be done with it. On top of that, it also means I'm done with Slayer. There's nothing else from Slayer that I need to get right now, and even though I'm not 99, I don't really see any reason to continue doing it until something new comes out, or if I decide I want to go grind something else. I'm in shock. I mean, just look, dude. We have full Arma, we got full Bandos, Mr. Crop Top. That's probably the next thing on the list to replace. I don't know if I'm going to go for the Aramis one, or just keep trying to push solo raids to try to get the Ancestral. I'll figure that one out, but still, this is fantastic, man. So happy to have that done. I like to do this too because a lot of people don't actually know the stat differences between a lot of items. Now, if you take a look here, these chaps give me a 17 offensive bonus, whereas the armor chain skirt is 20. So that's not that big of a deal. But the main thing is also the defenses. It's substantially higher with an armor chain skirt. The magic defense goes all the way up to plus 40 from plus 28, which is a pretty big deal. And that's going to be pretty helpful for situations like even when I'm learning solo raids. Being able to take a little bit less damage could be a pretty big deal. Overall though, like most best in slots, it's not an entirely massive upgrade, but it's very aesthetically pleasing, which I'm very happy with to have that knocked out, and it's just another boss off the list, which is great. Not to mention, we actually got this one in a really, really good KC, so I'm really happy with the KC we finished Arma at. Anything under 500 and I would have been perfectly satisfied, but we got it long before 500. Now, if you take a look at my setup, you're going to notice there's still a few things missing for absolute best in slot range. One of them being the Archer's Ring. Now, while I don't think that the Archer's Ring is overly important, because in most situations, I'm going to actually be having something like this, where I'm wearing a Ring of Life when I'm doing things like Sara God Wars, I'm probably still going to get one at some point, which will then be the last thing from Slayer that I really do need to go for. But I was originally putting it off until the diaries are done, since a lot of this that you guys were seeing did happen before I actually completed those diaries. But now that that's done, I'm going to consider getting the Fremnik Elite diaries done and going to do DKs whenever I get a task for that, to try and pick up that Archer's Ring. The other thing that I'm missing is the Arma Crossbow. Now, the Arma Crossbow comes from Saradomin and God Wars, and I haven't done that yet. Believe it or not, if you're joining the series a little later, that's actually the last branch of God Wars to do. I know it's weird to have Arma, Bandos, and Zami done before stepping foot in what most people would call the easiest God Wars dungeon, which would be Saradomin, but that's the way that things just happen to work out on this account. The Arma Crossbow is a slight upgrade over the Dragon Hunter. I think it's a +5 range bonus, and it does have 1 increased tile range, which is somewhat helpful for safe spotting shamans and stuff in the scaled raids that I'll be occasionally doing. However, I do want to focus on doing Chambers of Xeric first. The reason for that is the Twisted Bow makes Saradomin God Wars a joke, and not only that, it makes the Arma Crossbow almost irrelevant. So if I can get a Twisted Bow, I won't need to grind for the Arma Crossbow, but I will still need to grind for the Saradomin God Sword in order to do Inferno. A Twisted Bow will also make Inferno substantially easier, as I've done it with a Twisted Bow and I've done it with an Arma Crossbow. And I don't want to do it with an Arma Crossbow again. I'm not very good at Inferno, so I'd rather just get a Twisted Bow and do it that way. So we're going to work on getting some raid gear upgrades, and we are going to try to get a Twisted Bow. I don't know how much time I'm going to invest into that, but as of the time of you guys seeing this video, Twisted League is already out, and that is my main focus for a little bit. I did get 77 rune crafting, and I plan on AFKing my rune crafting up quite a bit. Hopefully by the time Twisted League is done, I'll actually be 82, and I won't have to boost for the Fremnik Elite Diary, and I'll also be working towards the Falador Elite Diary requirement for rune crafting as well. So that's the plan. I hope the Twisted League videos turn out pretty well, but this is obviously recorded before them, so who knows? And there might not be hardcore videos for a little bit while that's going on, because like I said, I'm just going to be AFKing this account. Either way, when we return, we're probably going to try and get that Aram's Robe Top, and then start working on getting Ancestral and a Twisted Bow. Have a fantastic day. I really appreciate all you guys who stayed through the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and leave a comment. All that stuff does help these videos get seen by more people as well. And if you feel like going the extra mile, you can join my clan chat Dabe, you can join my Discord, and you can also, if you really want to support, head over to my live streams, consider subscribing over there, or consider clicking the join button below the channel. All that stuff benefits me greatly and helps me continue doing what I do. So have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys in all of the upcoming Twisted League videos. Peace out, boys.
Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you.